I believe what I do is I look at the market and I look at problems in the market. And I listen to people. And people constantly come to me, and they're an insurance person or a real estate person. And they say, I want to do what? Speak or coach. Almost all my top producers come to me at some point and say, man, I have a desire to share my message with other people. So I started listening to that over. And they'll say that, I want to write a book. I have a story to tell. So then I go, okay, how do we create a product to coach coaches? So we created the Micheal Burt School of Speaking, Coaching, and Publishing. And I repeat that 4 to 6 times per year. When I take it on the road to Dallas, because I'm taking it to Dallas, we call that the $1 Million Coaching Getaway. Because that one, we go in a big Airbnb, we rent an Airbnb, you stay there, and you kind of stay at the same place together. I take smaller numbers of people, and it's typically more expensive. So instead of $5,000, it's $6,500, but the lodging is included, and you kind of stay in a house with other people for a day and a half, and then I do all the coaching there. It's the same concept, just taken on the road. The intentional congruence is we do it in Florida at our house in Florida. Okay? People stay at other houses and then come there. Okay? So it's just a product, but I really believe it's becoming a necessary product because pretty much everybody has a desire to speak and coach and train and lead, but they just don't know how. Yes?
So for the 4 days for the master producers where they get to come here, what content are you sharing with them?
The system. I'm breaking the system down. That's right.
Okay.
So I was in strategic coach for a number of years, which was very valuable for me. And what I noticed about his coaching program was that it was evergreen. So you could come in at any time. There's a lot of repetition of the concepts. Even if you had heard the same concept before, there was a wrinkle to it, or we could go deeper on it. And I would go once a quarter to Chicago and go through that. It was a full day once a quarter. And I found that very valuable. Now, what I felt like they were missing was the accountability. So I would leave, and then nothing would happen for 90 days. Okay? So I'd ask people in the program, like, how much of this you're doing? They'd say, 5%. I come, I learn, and I don't go do it. And so I said, what if we did something weekly for our coaching members? And what if we added the full day once a quarter as part of the package? So people could come here to the lodge if they chose to. And that's really the big selling point. Come spend 4 days with me. Any other questions about that? Now, how many of you feel like you got your top 3 concepts down? All right, I'm going to illustrate a concept right here that started, and I'm going to show you the manifestation of that. So if you will help me welcome my wife, Natalie Burt. I want you to come up to the front, and y'all give her a big round of applause. And that's to the people online. Now, she's pregnant with our 3rd child,
and out of breath just by walking up here. So.
All right, so I'm going to show you how we took a concept. She does not have a desire to coach like I do. She has a desire. Her gift is the gift of hospitality. That's what she loves doing. Taking care of people. Cooking the food. Preparing, right? So the intentional congruence is, how do we create a business where she does what she does best and I do what I do best? We both share a love of real estate, good real estate, like beautiful real estate. So our goal is to take money from the coaching business, some of our profits, and some people invest in multifamily, some people invest in the stock market. We take money from the coaching business and reinvest in properties that we can do retreats and boot camps, a property like this. Now, when we do the retreats, she does the cooking and hospitality. I do the coaching because she doesn't have a desire to coach like I do, except for that one insurance contract that I got her into, and that pretty much...
Or that book you committed me to write.
that pretty much ruined the coaching piece. Now, all right, so I'm going to show you how we take a concept, though, and bring it to market. So I'm at 10X, I'm speaking at 10X, and she was always saying, using this phrase, man, it's tough, because the coaching program is called Monster Producer. So she was always saying, man, it's tough living with a monster. It's tough living with an obsessed person. How many of you guys would agree with that? Yeah. It's tough living with a person that wants to change the world. It's tough living with a person that takes notebooks on dinner dates. Not that I do that, but some people could. Or takes a suitcase of books on vacation.
You do that.
Right? We go to St. Lucia to relax. She relaxes. I'm ready to write a new book. After day 3, I'm like, all right, I got to write a book. So inspiring. It's so beautiful. She's like, just relax. Now, here's my point. So she was using this phrase a lot. It's tough living with a monster. It's tough living with a monster because the coaching program is called Monster Producer. And so we're at 10X. I just spoken to 10,000 people. I was all jacked up on energy. And it was so exciting. So we're sitting at dinner. And right at dinner, I go on my phone and I type on Facebook. I would like to congratulate my wife on writing her first book called Living with a Monster. If you live with an obsessed person and it's tough living with that person, now I'm attacking a problem. And you're trying to get on the same page with that person, help me to congratulate my wife on writing that book. She didn't know I did that. That's called voluntelling you. So on Facebook, she starts getting comment after comment, like 500 comments. Congratulations, it's going to be incredible. She don't even know what's going on. And then she looks down and she said, did you just commit me to writing a book to all these people? And I said, yes, I did. Right? And you know why? Because you can. And you should. Right? So tell them at the very beginning how that was scary to you because you hadn't written a book. And then I'm going to show them how they can take the concept.
I mean, I don't want to be an author, but I am. So, I think you have to think about who is the book for. Who are you wanting to read this book, and what do you want them to know? And that will help you instead of just thinking everyone in the world's going to buy this book, because that's not going to happen. But so who is it for, and what do you want them to know? I did hire someone to kind of keep me on track because I did not know what I was doing. But basically just writing from your heart on that topic, whatever that is. And that's really where I started.
Now,
and it's
go ahead. Keep
not as hard as it sounds.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, I wrote it over a summer. I don't want to write novels, so it's a thinner book, but
Yeah, I get it. Now, here's why I'm telling you this. Everybody has this concept about, this is the book right here, Living with the Monster.
Is it free shipping and handling?
Probably.
no.
Now,
It costs me to write it, so.
Here's the deal. This is probably less than 10,000 words. So people freak out. I got to write a book. I got to write War and Peace. It's going to take me 10 years to write the book.
I'm like, can we make the font bigger so it looks like?
It's really four or five big concepts. Then we package it up as a hardback. And when it's packaged up as a hardback, it feels better. It feels more expensive. Okay? Now, here's the deal.
That's his fault. I said.
Here's the point. It ain't as hard as you think. But we're not done with that concept. See, this is actually, how many of y'all believe this could be a big concept in the world? Do you know that one of the number one selling products we have right now is a couples retreat? We are selling couples retreats out like crazy. Typically at $5,000 per couple. We just did one for 28 chiropractors literally 2 weeks ago. It was all chiropractors. We're doing one for all the real estate agents called Living with a Honey Badger because their group is honey badgers. Then insurance people say, we want you to do them for us. We literally could do a couples retreat every weekend of the year and sell them out. Everybody see that? That's what I was telling Ryan, you guys back there, for your industry. See, this is a concept. The subtitle says it, How to Thrive in Partnership When You're Married to a Driven Person. That's the problem. The problem is it's tough. So remember, we're tackling problems. Okay? And then all it is 4 or 5 big concepts. So we take this, Living with the Monster, and we turn it into, because she doesn't want to coach people, we turn it into a retreat. Because guess what we can do? Guess what she can do at the retreat? Cook. And take care of people. That's what her talent is. Then we do group side by side, and we literally work through each part of the book at the retreat. Okay? So they come in on Thursday. I'm trying to show you how to structure something. They come in on Thursday. We rent big, beautiful houses down in Florida. They all have their own house, their own suite, their own bathroom. So they're in a house with other couples, which really turns out to be, it kind of seems crazy at first, but they love it. Mm-hmm. They love it. And then they come to our personal house where we do the coaching. On Thursday night, we do dinner, a big dinner. It's part of the experience. We meet and greet people. Then we have a brunch on Friday morning from 10 to 2. And we have a brunch at 10, and then we coach from 11 to 2 straight through. And then we let them go. And you say, was that enough coaching? Yeah. Yeah, being with your spouse for 3 or 4 hours is plenty. Right, sweetheart?
Thank you, sweetheart.